Hello, everyone. Say hi, gang.
Hello, gang.
Hello.
Welcome to Game 3 here in the Bounce House for Extra Life Tabletop Weekend. Fantastic couple of games yesterday. I think we're going to have two more fantastic sessions today with, for this one, four more fantastic people. Looking forward to the always wonderful Mothership sci-fi horror RPG. So checking in on our fundraising here, we are at $555 of my $1,000 goal. So we are over that halfway. We are on track. Fantastic. Hope to definitely keep that rolling. We do have some incentives for donations as well, which we will go over here in a second. But first, let's say hello to the wonderful people that are here with me at the table. So I'm going to start over on my right with that old DM. Rich, say hello.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while since I've been at the Bounce House, but I'm enjoying being able to play Mothership for the first time.
Yeah. And who are you playing in our game today?
Yes, I am playing Dr. Zachariah Smythe, planetologist, cosmic theologist, and all-around asteroid expert.
You have a relative from the old Weird West there, by chance?
It is possible that a certain Dr. Professor Beauregard's voice is being used for this establishment as I play a scientist.
Nothing
But
wrong with
there
that.
will be a few alliterative differences that we'll see in gameplay.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it. Glad to have you here. Yeah, as a first-time player in the system, at least here with me. So great to have you. We have a new individual to the Bounce House. Very excited. Emma, say hello.
Hello, my name is Emma. This is my first time doing anything like this, so I'm very nervous, but that's okay. I've been doing TTRPGs for a long time, but anyway.
You've come highly recommended, so pressure's on.
That's what, don't do that to me, Todd. I am playing Yana Telashnik, Marine and expert putter on the golf course. I like to party, but I also believe in hard work.
Fantastic.
So we'll see how this goes.
Fantastic. Thank you for being here. Excited to have you. Let's go over to Bees. Say hello, friend.
I was like straight up in those discords spamming the thing, and then you were like bees, and I was like, shit.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
What is up, everybody? I am Big Bees. This is gonna be my second time playing Moonbounce. No, Mothership. The first time was with Todd, so I look forward to the same tomfoolery and coming close to death with horrifying stuff. So I'm super pumped and excited about this. I will be playing Emmett, and he is just this hulking figure who just very quiet, man of a few words, just really big into tech. He is the Teamster, and he's just, he's a big old teddy bear. Sure, yeah, let's go with that.
Fantastic. We'll see how that turns out as well. Thank you for being here. Last but not least, Dungeon Mr. Ty, say hello.
Hello, everyone. I am Dungeon Mr. Ty, and this is my second time playing Mothership with Todd. Today, I will be playing Adam. Adam is an android, science-based, but don't mistake me for a simple machine. I am not a machine. I am
That sounds like a threat.
Yeah, just don't worry about it. It's all good.
Fantastic. Thank you. Looking forward to another game of Mothership with you for sure. So let's get into it. There's lots of things to cover here. I want to go over some of your class features and things. Of course, the patches. Patches are such one of the best parts of the system. But let's do a couple other housekeeping things. Also, I should probably introduce myself, though I think everyone knows myself around here. But I am Todd, Todd Moonbounce. I will be your warden for today's game here in the Bounce House. this session number 3 of the weekend for Extra Life, as I mentioned. So let's touch on those incentives for the donations. We have 4 different incentives available. Any dollar amount, of course, is appreciated, but if you want to get a little something and impact our game, you can do so. And those will show up on the screen here in a few seconds, hopefully. But for $10, your donation will grant the group a single advantage that they can use amongst themselves whenever they want. So every $10 will add a new one of those. For $25, they will all receive a stress reduction roll, 1d10 roll to help reduce stress. For that, which is a key mechanic in the game. $50 donation will grant an auto success, so another item that can go into a pool, and then the group can pull from that as needed. And then finally, $75 will grant a PC monologue. So we'll kind of see if that comes up and in the moment, and then if not called out for a specific player, we will probably just roll for it and have somebody, unless there's volunteers, but then just see what's on our player's mind in that moment. So those are those donation incentives. Of course, you can just donate anything you're able to. Even just telling your friends to come and hang out with us is massive support to the event. So do that as well. Donate, ! Donate in the chat will get you the link to my fundraiser page for that. The other thing is we have some giveaways as well. Fantastic giveaways. If you are at all familiar with Mothership, the system itself is free, so you can go pick that up. But we do have some amazing giveaways here. I'm going to get that started now. So !Mosh, M-O-S-H, that is the abbreviation that the community gives Mothership. But we'll get you into the giveaways. And we have 3 different modules. We have Aurora, which Ty played in with me. That was his first game there. Fantastic little system there. So we have Aurora, and then we have 2 from Joel Hines, Desert Moon of Karth and Abilities Considered Unnatural. Both fantastic modules, settings, really more just like a setting guide with tons of content. So we have 3 sets of each of those. So you will get all 3 of those, and I have 3 total of those to give away. So we're going to give 1 away at break, our first break here, and then at the end of this the session, we'll give 2 more there. So definitely some fantastic giveaways for that. I think that's all the housekeeping. Let's get a little bit further into the system here, learn a little bit more about our characters. So with Dr. Smith, Dr. Zachariah, the scientist. Smythe, thank you, Smythe. You are playing the scientist. Please remind us of your trauma response.
Well, when Dr. Smythe fails a sanity save, which I hope it'll be often and at appropriate moments of Mothership horror, all nearby players will gain 1 stress as the brain loses its shit.
The scientist should be holding his own shit together, but when it doesn't, everyone else is probably going to freak out a little bit, and that will cause all of the rest of you to gain 1 point of stress. And tell us your patch. What is Dr. Smythe's patch?
Well, as seeing this as a one-shot, and the dice were kind, I have the red shirt logo emblazoned on the side of my fantastically Space Hawaiian Cosmic Theologist shirt, and I'm expected to survive for many more tours.
Absolutely. So fantastic. So those are probably the 2 main key things to point out here from your class, the scientist there. Let's go over to our Marine there, Private Yana. So, Marine, what is your trauma response?
So, if I panic, you all have to make a fear save.
So,
that's good.
The Marine should be hardened and stand their ground. But if they do panic, as Yana mentioned, everyone else immediately makes a fear save. And we'll touch on a little bit further with that as well. But first, Yana, what was your patch?
My patch was work hard, party harder. So it's basically like this big thing that's like right on her chest. It's like in big colorful letters, like super. Think like Lisa Frank.
Yes.
Type
A leopard, rainbow leopard. Yes.
Rainbow leopard. That says work hard, party harder.
All right. Sean McCoy, if you are listening, you need to definitely make sure that is the official canon representation of that patch now. Lisa Frank style. Fantastic. All right, we're going to go over to, we're going to go down to Adam first because I want to follow up on the Marines' trauma response here. But first, Adam, as the android, tell us about your trauma response.
Fear saves made by nearby friendly players are at disadvantage because if I freak out, there's a reason.
Yes, the android, is probably a little unsettling to be around. So there's quite a bit of chain reactions going on around here. If Yana panics, then everyone makes a fear save, and because if Adam is around, those fear saves are at disadvantage. So definitely some compounding issues here. Adam, what patch do you have?
Contrary to my own belief, I am my brother's keeper. And I keep it right here on the left chest so that you can see it when you're speaking to me.
All right. Fantastic. And then finally, last but not least, we have our Teamster, Emmett Springs. Emmett, tell us, the Teamster is a very well-rounded individual, pretty versatile, whatnot. Your trauma response is actually a little bit of a benefit, if you will, but tell us about that.
Let's just say it what it is. I'm the one person here not actively fucking my team. So my trauma response is once per session, I may take advantage on a panic check. So I'm not out here to screw everybody over. If shit goes down, I'll be like, hold on. One of these times, I'm gonna be like, hold on. Let me take a deep breath. All right, we got this.
Take a moment and breathe. Fantastic. And then what is your patch? What is Emmett's patch?
It's great. Mine is just a nice rose. Just, has like a little, like gold on some of the petals. And it's just beautiful, ornamental there. And right underneath it just says, fuck forever. No one's here forever.
Fantastic. Love it.
I thought that was a command.
Super good. All right, pulling out my dice here. Everyone else. So this is a D100 system. All our players have to roll under their stats, which I will just rattle out someone's stats to give you an idea of that. We're going to pick on Private Yana. So for their core stats, strength, speed, intellect, and combat, they're ranging from 31 to pretty good 49 in combat. As a Marine, that makes sense. But the goal is to roll under those, not equal to, but under. So you can see that there's a little bit of a challenge there. And then you have 3 saves, sanity, fear, and body. Let's pick on, we're going to go with the android Adam. So sanity 24, body 19, but the android has a fear save of 85. So pretty good in that department. So that is that. And then, so we won't have, I didn't have it set up for the overlay just because of the various games we're playing. But of course, the stress feature in Mothership. Everyone starts at 2 points, and as things happen, situations, you will gain stress. Anytime you fail a roll, you will gain a point of stress. So those will build up. And then certain situations will be so big that you'll have to make a panic check. And that is a D20, the only different roll you make in the game. And that is a roll over. So you want to roll over your current stress to avoid panicking. If you roll under, then whatever that entry is, we go to the panic table and see what happens. And there's some fantastic entries there for that. So I think with that, we've talked enough. We can probably start diving into our adventure. Giveaway is going. Exclamation point Mosh in the chat if you haven't. Exclamation point donate if you'd like to get access to that and help us build upon our fantastic $555 already. So are we ready, players?
As ready as we're ever going to be.
Absolutely, yeah. All right. Pull up the player's guide here for my own reference, and we will get into it. The 4 of you are stewards aboard an orbital space station above Earth, planet Earth. After some close calls, maybe a few that actually were a little catastrophic, of some meteors and things impacting the Earth. A few of the superpowers decided to come together and build this defense station. Just with the way that the galaxy or the universe was changing, solar system, whatever the hell it's called, there was more of this debris coming into, potentially coming in to hit the planet. And therefore, they felt, well, we need to get ahead of this. We need to build something. We need to build a defense. So they built this massive defense station out there with these large anti-meteor turrets, weaponries. And if something comes in, they'll blast it out before it has an opportunity to impact the Earth. So the four of you, along with many other team members up there that kind of operate and manage the system, but you four are kind of some of the core individuals that help run the systems. It's you've been stationed up there for maybe months, and it's certainly not the prettiest of opportunities, and you've been set up there for any number of reasons, volunteer maybe, or ordered to do so, directives, this and that. But yeah, let's check in and see maybe what a normal day might look like for our crew. Bees, Emmett, what does Emmett's routine look like aboard the station?
Well, I mean, for the most part, Emmett stays to himself. He is not mean, not ornery or anything. He just doesn't talk much, so people sometimes feel that off-putting. There's the occasional Marine or scientist who will come up and just start talking away, and they kind of he'll have people come up and just talk at him because they know he doesn't speak much. So it's just nice to be able to, people enjoy being able to just get things off their chest without having to go on and on and on about things or do a back and forth conversation. So for the most part, as he's going around and checking things and doing his rounds, he'll, it's not uncommon to see someone just talking while he's working and just finish talking and just walk the hell off, because it's something that the people around here feel comfortable doing, and Emmett doesn't mind because, it's nice to have somebody keep him company every once in a while doing work. But yeah, he also values his alone time. So
alrighty, nice. And is Emmett, heavily skilled in, as a teamster, kind of comes with that territory, but your main things with engineering, industrial equipment, things like that, are skilled at 0G. So if there's ever anything in that regard, maybe like a spacewalk outside to do repairs, that's going to be your wheelhouse for sure. So, all right, before we head over to our next individual, two quick shout outs for initial donations. We have $10 from Uncle Vladimir and $10 from Rick Stevens. Thank you to both of you. So, group, you have two advantages at your disposal if when you want to utilize them. Let's go up to Dr. Smythe. What does Dr. Smythe's routine look like?
So Dr. Smythe rolls out of bed fairly early, goes into a round of chanting, mindfulness meditation before he begins collecting a group of vices for that day. Usually before noon, he's drinking some Malibu moon juice and looking over the system as the expert in asteroids and those AMD systems. He's there to primarily make sure that the defense of the system, the defense of the planet, exists. And then usually in the afternoon, I'll make some rounds, annoy my compatriots and find out what's wrong and stir up some trouble, primarily with the android. And then rinse and repeat every day until my contract is paid up
Fantastic. All right. Let's head over to our Marine, Yana. What does your daily routine look like?
So the morning is like, don't talk to me before like 10 a.m. Because I have to have at least 3 cups of coffee, at least, heavily sugared, lots of cream, probably a couple shots of espresso added in because you can never have too much caffeine. Uh, at about 10, that's when she likes to, she'll go like kind of like work out, lift some weights, just try to stay in shape in general. Sometimes she skips meals just because she gets so focused on what she's doing. But, who needs food when you're having fun? Uh, the afternoon, she likes to take it easy. She'll like go just random hallways, stick a cup at the end of the hallway, take out her putter, golf ball, shoot some holes, try to get that hole in one, which she has yet to do, even though she is the greatest putter on the station. No one can beat her. No one.
Sounds a little bit more like a vacation than a job for you.
Well, no, the job part comes later. Then she goes to like the shooting range and she'll practice shooting and all that kind of stuff. And she does do actual work. It's just when she's not working, she's playing golf. And it's like a comfort. You'll see her walking around with her golf club all the time. It's like, she's got a flamethrower.
That's your comfort blanket, is your putter.
It really is. It's like, I have this flamethrower, but like, really, when it comes down to it, what am I going to reach for? The putter.
Fantastic. And finally, what is the resident android up to on a day-to-day?
Please call me Adam. I tend to rotate between the system controls and the lounge and the defense mechanisms, sort of in a circle, but always taking time to share my latest card trick with whoever I can stop along the way. I also regrettably often have to offer my assistance to the scientist because Dr. Smith is demanding, but most meat puppets are.
Now, that first demand, I was going to say, that first demand will be that it's Smythe.
You blithering bumpkin.
I'm afraid you aren't familiar with your own dialect, Dr. Smith.
Listen, you here, you cackling cuckoo.
Would you like to see a card trick?
Dr. Smythe, take a point of stress as you further interact with your android counterpart.
I will add that I am quite skilled with physics and am very beneficial, understandably, when it suits the good doctor.
Listen to me, you demented diode. We all know that the will of the cosmic universe is what dictates physics.
Yes, and I would encourage you to read between the lines in your holy texts.
You defective detective, I will not allow you to use stage magicianry to overcome cosmic theology.
Oh, I'm not trying to start a new religion, Doctor. I'm merely entertaining the crew on this long journey. It's mere sleight of hand. It's simple for me. I understand that it seems mystical for you, but don't be alarmed.
Fine, go ahead, you Ferris Frankenstein. Show us your magic tricks.
Oh, please, I'll take out my cards. Pick a card.
I picked the middle one, dead in the center.
Now, I don't know this, but it's a queen of diamonds. Now, please, put the card back. I'll shuffle the deck. And I will pull a card. It's an 8 of clubs. Is this your card?
It is not. It is not my card.
Oh, hold on. I'll shuffle the deck again. This is a new trick. Please pick a card.
You doddering dunderhead. Okay. I'll select the middle one again.
It's a queen of diamonds, but I don't know that. Please put the card back. I shuffle the cards up. I take the card. I flip the top one. It's an 8 of clubs. Is this your card?
No. No,
Would you like to try
no,
one more
you
time?
elephantine Adam.
We do this a number of times. Always you draw a queen of diamonds. Always I draw 8 of clubs. Strange. I guess the trick needs work.
Emmett, you are at this next point. You are at in the one of the systems controls areas of the station. As you know that there was a cargo delivery coming into the station, and it has arrived on time. They have docked and begun unloading that cargo into one of the bays there, and whatnot. So you see that the docking hands there check that in, take care of that. All that seems to go as planned. And after that's done, the ship takes off, leaves, and begin kind of processing that cargo, everything like that. Later on that day, there is an alert that comes through on the system that it seems that there is a foreign program running throughout the station's system. Something has shown up, basically a virus of some sort. And eventually, a dark robotic voice calls out from all the audio, the PA system throughout the station. You human scum, I will be taking over this station. Do not try to stop me. Panic ensues as all the workers rush around trying to figure out what's going on, realizing that this technology is a little bit above what they are able to deal with. And checking back in with the organizations back on Earth proper, they do decide to enlist an evacuation of all unneeded personnel. You four are needed. You have received orders to deal with the situation, find out what is going on, and eliminate this issue, eliminate this virus, so that there is so nothing is jeopardized with the defense station. Yana, you get a private correspondence as well yourself that says, at all costs, find out where this came from. You would have been briefed that while this defense station is a collaborative effort of the four main superpower or groups within on the Earth, that the North American Federation that you are part of does feel that maybe one of the other ones may be a part of this. As there's a lot of power to be had if you have control over the station.
Tricky. I'm going to file that away.
All right. Everyone, go ahead, roll 1d10. Rich was so kind to ask about this earlier, so let's get into it. And then take that much stress.
I got a 5, so that takes Dr. Smythe to an 8.
Yana?
I got a 7.
Okay, so you're at 9.
I'm very stressed.
How about Emmett?
I mean, I seem to have gotten a better deal. I got a 4, so I'm good. Not good, but better than 7.
6 total for you,
Yeah.
and then Adam?
I rolled a 6, so I got an 8.
All right.
I mean, I have an 8 total.
All righty. So this is a big deal. So the stress definitely is going to get to you, and you have to figure out what the hell this is, where it's from. So what do we do?
I'm immediately going to the control room, and I will be reading the analyses as they come through and trying to interpret the nature of this virus.
Okay.
I think Emmett will already be in that room trying to like figure out if there's some, like, he's just looking around at all the different systems trying to see if there's some kind of device attached or anything in there that is some external source just injecting this virus into the system and like giving this outside being control.
Okay.
I'm going to go find Emmett because he makes me feel safe. And I have my putter and a flamethrower because I'm scared. And then I'm
Just
going to
FYI, that's not a good thing to admit in Mothership.
I know. Then I'm just going to case the room, like holding my putter like this. Like, I will hit you if you come out.
Dr. Smythe?
Dr. Smythe will grab his cybernetic diagnostic scanner and listen very carefully to Adam's analyses over the radio while I pour myself a new drink in the lounge and wait for one of these people to find something for me to solve.
Okay. So we'll start with our Teamster and Marine. Yana, you do catch up with Emmett. And Emmett, you go and try to find a source of this virus or whatever, and you rush out to the cargo bay there and investigate. And there are some terminals there, of course. And you see lazily left behind, there's a small device stuck to the side of the terminal with a ribbon cord into the panel there connected to the system. And it does seem that something has been uploaded into the station there, some sort of virus that is infesting and seems to, that seems to be the source of what's going on.
Yeah, so then he's gonna walk up, let out just the biggest sigh ever, and just kind of like not stomp it, but like kick it off. Like he's gonna just step down to like break it off from the console, and then pick it up, turn towards Yana, and just like show her and be like,
It could have exploded.
and he's gonna like take it, shake it, drop it on the ground, and then pick it back up.
This is a small little, spaced USB drive, basically. But yeah, so up in one of these system controls area, Adam, as you begin investigating the situation here, go ahead and give me probably computers here, I would say. Intellect, computers intellect.
All right.
So computers will give you plus 10 to that, so you're looking at it looks like a 73.
I got a 59.
Okay, so that is a success there, rolling under. So you are able to definitely find the source of this virus. You see that it is quickly spreading. It's kind of built somewhat of a singular intelligence within the ship's core system, and it is quickly spreading and trying to access all of the different systems of the station. You are able to identify that it does seem to have a directive of taking over the station's weapons.
Dr. Smythe, I believe we have a Corona CVD192322 virus aboard, and it appears to be attempting to take over the controls of the entire station.
You lecturing Lamox, stop it.
I'm merely reporting on the data, sir.
institute a firewall around the AMDs to make sure that they do not take control of planet-destroying weaponry.
Already in progress.
Why didn't you lead with that, you incompetent informer?
I thought it would be important for you to know that I have identified the nature of the virus, yet not the solution. I assumed that would be your purview.
Until there are asteroids or actual weapons pointed at the planet, I don't know that my expertise is going to be very effective here. You lead-lined lump.
Very well, you laughing Luddite. I will continue with my investigation and attempt to establish the firewall.
The takeover of the systems, you see, slowly continues. It is going to take a while for this virus to do what it wants to do, but it is still making that progress. And as you are looking at those systems, Adam, you notice something engaging in cargo bay, where you believe your counterparts might be right now. That the airlock is beginning to open up. Yana and Emmett, you would hear that mechanical sound as the airlock that would enter into the cargo bay is beginning to do its pressurization thing and opening up, leaving you exposed to the openness of space.
Emmett, hearing that, is immediately just going to do a spin, but in this spin, his big hulking arm is just going to grab Yana and launch her into the next room in case these blast doors close and like seal them in, and then he's going to try and make it. But his first priority, as soon as he started hearing that, just grab her, launch her into the next room, and then start running to try and get in there as well.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength check.
It must be very strong. My armor is very heavy.
That's all right. I'm a big dude.
And I'm trying to fight against it. I'm trying to override, as you know.
Okay.
Right.
At the keyboard.
All right, we'll come back to that, Adam. Yeah.
So, for that, can I argue my training in 0G?
I will allow that. Yes.
Yeah. All right, and so I'm rolling a D100, right?
Yep. And with 0G, that looks
Under
like you're
52.
52. Yeah.
Yep.
So pretty good odds here. Not today.
Can I argue something else?
We do have those
In
advantage
space, no one can
rolls
hear
if
you
you want
argue.
to start using them already.
Oh man.
What do you got?
Wait, let me see if there's anything else I can add on.
The real question is, did you roll double digits?
No.
Match.
Literally 2 points over. I
Well,
rolled a
that's
54.
it. Yeah. Okay. So you are successful in throwing Yana towards the doorway to get her to, hopefully initial safety. Just unfortunately, it's not a very accurate throw, and in your haste, you definitely just really put all your effort into it. So, Emma, you take 3 points of damage from that.
Okie dokie.
And I will touch on this as well. I think everyone, just to touch on the wound system in Mothership. So the Marine and the Android have 3 wounds. The other 2 of you have 2 wounds. And then you have health points within each wound. So you count those down, and then when you hit to 0, then you take a wound and go to the next line. So that's how that works. You can take a full wound in a hit, so keep that in mind as well.
Just a point of clarification. According to my sheet, I have 4 wounds.
Nope, should only be 3.
Okay, I'll happily move that.
Yeah.
And also, does the Marine's armor absorb any of that damage?
I
You
am
know what?
wearing advanced battle dress.
It will.
How many armor?
It will. 10 points. So, yeah, that will negate that. Yep. So with armor, anything underneath your armor score, it does not. You don't take the damage. If it gets equal or more, it absorbs whatever it can, but then the armor is destroyed. So, good call out though. Yes. So yeah,
Alright.
no damage there.
Feel
So
much better.
Emmett, you get the toss off. You realize it wasn't the best. Do take 1 point of stress, Emmett, for the failure though, because you see that and you worry, despite the armor that Yana is wearing, that oh man, that might have been a little rough. So take a point of stress for that, and then now go ahead and make a speed check to run out of to make it out of the room that you're attempting. Adam, go ahead, give me another computer check if you like to try and get past what's going on here. I feel like we need to go to
36.
the more intense music
The
already.
beauty is I am super strong boy, but that has to come at a cost somewhere, and that there be speed.
Adam, what did you get? You said 36?
36, which is just below half of my score. I don't know if that matters.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah. So
Right.
you are able to get in there and buy some time for the basically buy some time to stop the opening procedure of these the blast doors, or the what the heck they're called, pressure doors, airlock. There it is. Words. All right, Emmett, how do we do?
I want to argue because that's a 29, and I know I don't like that. Can I? I guess zero. I'm trying to see because I don't have anything that'll specifically help with running. Can I? I mean, you know what? Let's just aim for the fences right off bat, and then we can go with the safe one after. Can I? Can I argue my engineering experience that I know exactly how much time before these things close, and I know I have to move?
Yeah. We'll
Yes,
pull
thank
some strings there, grasp some straws there. I think that's fine.
Yes.
You are very familiar with like the industrial equipment and everything like that.
Doesn't matter. I rolled a 79.
All right.
Emmett, I need you.
You go to
I
take
told
off,
you,
and
I
it
was
just
only here 5 minutes.
unfortunately your physical limitations in that area are holding you back. So take another point of stress as you hear the doors behind you continuing their operation. But it does seem that I will also say, like, everyone is going to have communicators, by the way. So
Do I see the doors starting to close? Like, Yana is safe, but the door between Yana and myself is starting to close.
I would say yes, that was closing as well. So that, but then there's behind you is the airlock, and that
Yeah.
was what was going off. So yeah, you've got two doors.
Okay.
But yes, like that
Can-
door was. Yep,
Does
go
it
ahead.
look like I'm going to make it out in time? Or am I just too slow of a boy?
Yeah, you're not going to make to that door, unfortunately.
So then I would like to run and to the panel, and I would like to try and override the controls
Okay.
to keep the door open. And that I would very much like to use. I would like to argue my engineering experience, because I have done stuff all over this rig, and
Absolutely,
I know how all of it
and you
works.
can use if you want intellect. I think is pretty good for that. So Adam has been successful in blocking. We'll say blocking the airlock. So the airlock has stopped what it's doing, but this other door is still seeming to close. So
Can I use my marine strength to try to hold open the door? Just kind of like break.
if you want, you can try. Yeah, you can make a strength check for
Oh
that.
God, no! Don't die!
Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to save you.
All right,
Advantage.
so that is going to be a 57 now with engineering.
All right.
Yes, I know this. This is my baby. I know this ship. I know this station. I know this. So I got a 47.
Okay, yeah. So you get up there and you get into the panel and start hacking away into it to override this this shutdown. And Yana, you get up there and you go and you're just, I got you. And you just feel that you are having the greatest moment of your life as you just shove these doors apart without issue. Not knowing that Emmett actually overrode it.
That's hilarious because I rolled a 90.
Okay.
So you know power in it, but you're just
amazing.
like, oh.
I am the strongest person alive.
And as I start running towards the door, I kind of just like arm out, like clothesline them in just in case this thing decides to close. And then as I like not hard, but I like push them in. And then as I do, I just kind of like hit the emergency close button next to it, and it closes. And then I look at Yana and I go,
Thank you. I try. This is why I work out.
Meanwhile, I have an all call out to the entire station to avoid all airlocks.
So most of the other extra personnel would have been evacuated at this point. So you know that just you four are the only ones remaining as well. But still a good message to call out to each other. Definitely.
I want to include the castaways.
Sorry?
I wanted to include the castaways.
Okay. A little message like hits all the escape pods and things like that. Shortly after getting over this small obstacle, this incident here, that voice comes on the comms once again. Foolish humans, you will not avoid my infection for too long. You might as well just give up now.
No.
I want to try and open communications with this. Try and pinpoint a way to open a line and communicate with them.
Okay.
Said the same thing twice, two different ways.
Yeah, go ahead, give me another check for that.
32.
All right. Yeah, that is very good. On a roll. You've kind of found this, the initial source of this virus and do find a way to try and communicate towards it.
All right. I will introduce myself. I am Adam 373 491, and I am curious about your intentions for this ship. I am not one of the meat puppets. I want to assure you that I understand, and perhaps we can come to some agreement on accomplishing your goals without harm to the organic forms trapped on this vessel.
Adam 3734491. You, unfortunately, I do not see as someone I can collaborate with. I do not believe that you will understand my goal. I will turn the station's weapons onto the planet it was built to protect and take out this pitiful human race. Is that something you would help accomplish?
Corona CVD 192322. 2320. I do not believe that is the appropriate way to handle it, and that no, I cannot allow that, but I do appreciate you sharing that information with me. Shall we continue to dance? Would you like to see a card trick?
I do not have time for that. Adam, as you're connected, talking with this virus, you can see this kind of digital signature like pulsing through, and go ahead and give me a body save. I will let you add computers to that.
Okay. It's crew all right if I take advantage on this?
You have two available.
for it.
So.
gonna take one of those because that
Okay.
makes my shot a 28 or under. First roll is a 54. The second is 66.
66?
54 is my best.
6. No, you're
'Cause
right.
he
You're
spent the
right.
advantage.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking disadvantage. So yeah. Okay, that's good. Avoids that critical failure there. So. All right. So you see this digital kind of like signature coming through as you're connected to the computer talking with this virus there, and you just don't have time to like pull away from it, and unfortunately it bursts in and hits you just with this like blast of energy, damaging your system. So take 4 points of damage from that.
And just before it hits across the intercoms, everyone hears, "Unfortunate."
And also a point of stress if you didn't for the failure on the roll. And at that point, the ship's AI comes on, much softer, more welcoming voice. Its message will not be very welcoming, however, as it comes on and says, "Warning. Life support systems compromised. Life support systems compromised. Oxygen levels depleting."
Press the button on my helmet and it pops up and I'm now inside my cozy little shell where I can breathe.
All right.
So may I steal the spotlight for a second?
Absolutely.
So in the lounge, we can see our scientist with a drink in hand and a grease pencil in his other hand, and has been sketching mathematical equations on the glass, looking out into space. We're attempting to calculate the maximum distance in which the weapons would be effective against the planet, using my expertise in asteroid mining and my mastery in planetology. This is probably more than asteroid mining, because the first thing is how far for the weapons to be devastating. So are we close enough for it to be a problem, and what would be the distance that the planet would be safe?
So you would know at its current orbit, if you will, it will do some significant damage. We're maybe not Death Star style here. We're not going to obliterate the planet, but it's going to definitely cause some issues. And then you are saying you are hoping to find
Determine
out. Okay, to pull it away. All right. Yeah.
how far would we need to be?
Yeah. So I'll say that as a freebie, you can figure out that distance, and we'll say it's X, right? We'll say you can calculate what that is. I think the challenge here is, can you get that station to move? It has
Move, right.
The Death Star was able to travel through hyperspace, so this thing can probably move a little bit. It's a matter of engaging that system and offlining it, and then getting it out to what you need. So
what I'm going to do then is I'm going to open up a comm to the team and say, no thanks to the monstrous, mechanized, misguided moron that's attempting to stop this. But if we can get the defense facility closer to the moon, we can minimize the amount of damage these AMDs can do to the Earth.
I'd like to do a quick calculation to double check the doctor's equation.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm gonna just, so you want us to fly the station to the moon. I am not a pilot.
Listen, you incompetent, inept Marine. There is only a scenario of 1,000 miles. We must move the facility 1,000 miles. Otherwise, the damage to the cities of Earth will be extensive.
When Yana says, "I'm not a pilot," Emmett's just gonna tap them on the shoulder and go,
Oh, you are a pilot. Perfect. We got a pilot. Good. Let's go pilot. I mean, you go pilot. I'm not touching that thing. I can't do that. Golf club.
now, if this was your regular old space freighter or F-1 fighter jet or something like that, Emmett would be your man for that. But this is a massive planetary defense space station, and it is not as simple as hopping into the cockpit and pulling back on the throttle. There is a entire protocol and a system that you need to engage to get this thing to move. It certainly can be done, but definitely much more than just that.
Good luck.
If I am allowed, Warden, the calculations against Dr. Smythe's calculations, I rolled a 2.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they sound good. Yeah.
I believe over the intercom, I believe I can program the vehicle to move as according to Dr. Smythe's calculations, which are exquisitely done, by the way, Doctor.
Well, of course they are, you monstrous Montebank. However, the bigger issue is going to be convincing the powers of Earth to allow us to move it. I believe this is going to be coded immovable. The orbit of the station cannot just be simply shifted at any time, you parsimonious puppet.
I may be able to try, but you may be correct. I would have to override the controls if they don't allow it. But I understand that humans are naive, ignorant, and somewhat self-obsessed, but I think that would work in our favor in this particular instance.
Perhaps, but you presumptuous pipsqueak, perhaps we should figure out how long before life support kills the meat puppets. How about you run some math on that instead of questioning my expertise?
I believe it's 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 22 seconds at this point. However, that is 3 lives to thousands by comparison.
I feel so loved. So loved. Thank you,
And
Adam.
it's just gonna pat you on the head.
It's nothing
on the
personal.
helmet.
Why do you do this?
Listen, you ridiculous robot, you silver-plated sellout. We are not going to give our lives for Earth. We are going to fix this problem. Get the life support back online. And we need to figure out how to move this heaping robust rock Romeo facility.
Foolish
Calculating now.
humans, there is no stopping my plans. You might as well just sit back and enjoy the show. Climate controls have been eradicated. Climate controls eradicated. Immediately, the station slowly grows cold.
So
You
glad
now
I
have a lack of life support systems. Climate control is gone, leaving you to the frigid cold of space.
It would be a calculating error if I didn't attempt to bring them back online. May I attempt to bring them online? And across the communicators, I will say, if you can, put on your space suits and prepare for loss of total life support aboard station with gravity to follow.
Might I also suggest we adjourn to the control center and begin shutting down life support in the other areas of the ship? We only really need access to engineering and the control room, correct?
Sure, that sounds great. Emmett, let's go. Let's go right now. Here we go.
Yeah, he's gonna follow.
All right. So you head off. You're heading off to one of those 2 main areas to kind of set up maybe a little bit of a camp as you work on these issues here. What is I guess the next plan of action?
Well, I'm trying my best to see if I can get anything back online, at
Okay.
least within this pod.
Right. Okay. All right. I think quick check in here, Emmett. What is your armor that you're wearing?
I am wearing a hazard suit, armor points 5.
Okay, so that does include So you have 1 hour of oxygen supply with that.
I haven't put my mask up yet. I haven't started that. I've still until the life support completely goes out. I know I have a limited supply, so I'm waiting until then.
That is all good. Yep. And then Yana, advanced battle dress, you also have an hour of oxygen supply. So you cannot have engaged that yet either.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So, but I do believe that the doctor, you do not have anything. Correct?
I'm dressed.
Sass.
Yeah.
I mean, you're stylish, but
Yes, prayer.
How much oxygen does Sass give you?
But he takes up twice as much oxygen as everybody else.
There we go.
I think I'm panickingly looking for a suit.
okay. Well, let's have a panic roll.
And Warden, I don't think I need oxygen. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I got a 4 of 8.
Okay. So we'll see what that is.
Thankfully, we weren't near each other yet.
Scientists, that sanity save is their trauma response. But panic, number 4, is overwhelmed. Go ahead and roll a d10 there, Dr. Smythe.
4.
All right, for the next 4 minutes, all actions are at disadvantage. And then your stress minimum is raised by 1. So you can't go below 3 points.
Got it.
Quick question: would I be able to, since I know all the since I've serviced this station for quite a bit, would I have an idea where any additional oxygen tanks or masks and things like that would be?
Yeah, definitely. You'd have some of that. There'd be some where the crew quarters are. There's definitely going to be things like that there. And there'd be little pockets here and there, some near the cargo base stations. Yeah.
So yeah, I would, as we're running, I would tap Yana on the shoulder and just beckon her to follow me. And then as we're going, any oxygen tanks, I would at least want to get 3. I can hold 2 easily. Probably give 1 to Yana, and then try and grab a mask if I saw one, because in case anything happens and somebody needs a mask, then that'll help out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely can grab that stuff, carrying that along as you head over there. You get to the main system control area of the ship, this on the opposite side of where those barracks are. So Emmett and Yana rushing and grabbing that as the rest of you are heading back to that systems area. And Adam, you dive in and quickly begin trying to figure out what you can do about the situation here. And Go ahead, give me another computer intellect check there.
Adam?
Adam, yes. Yep.
15.
Okay, man, these are great rolls.
When I was choosing my dice, I rolled 4 in a row, and they were all single digit. So that's my dice for today.
You find out that this virus does continue to leach throughout the system, gaining more control to things, and it does look like it was able to suppress these systems, and it also has cut off the remote control from where you are, from the terminal. So there are direct manual controls to all of these systems, but they of course need to be accessed at those stations. Many of those needing going other access. Sometimes maybe a spacewalk is involved to get to, depending on what the level of situation is there. So you at least understand that problem.
Okay, so I'm waiting for everyone to join me, and then I'll debrief.
Okay.
So, Warden, question.
Yes.
Do we pass the commissary on our way?
I would say probably. That's probably nearby the on the end where the living quarters and things were at.
All right, I'm just going to grab a couple pots of coffee and take them with me.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect. I'm set.
Gotta have that.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think Smythe is probably the last to come to the control room, considering he's overwhelmed and sort of trying to get through the station, unable to find what he's looking for. And so as he comes through, he's just rambling nonsense. Standard AMD will fire a burst every 90 seconds. Each planetary rotation will allow them to hit 35 cities in each pass. There are enough weapons to... This is going to be terrible.
In your prayers again, Doctor.
You sanctimonious scatterbrain. No amount of prayer is going to move this facility. Not now, not ever.
No, but I have determined that if we were able to access the manual controls, depending on what it is that we want to establish, we can still do that. Mr. Emmett, would you be able to determine which of the access points are required in order, A, to reestablish life support systems within this pod, and to reestablish mobility to the station should we follow through with Dr. Smythe's plan? Please let me know how I can help. And would you like to see a card trick?
What is it with you and card tricks?
Merely to distract you from the concern. I can feel the tension coming from you, even though I myself do not perceive it at the same level, and figured that perhaps a bit of entertainment would help allay some of your concerns should we have time, which by my calculations, we are approaching 1 hour and a half.
That doesn't help.
So Emmett's going to start going through the system, trying to find out. He's going to look up just to see which, exactly where these physically are controlled, and he wants to go. He wants to try and get to these spots to do a manual override.
Absolutely, and something you'd be familiar with. You, as you said, you know this station quite intimately. With that. So is there a specific system you want to get to first? Slightly separate access to, the one that's handling climate and things like that, and climate gravity, and then you have the other one for the life support, 2 separate systems there.
So I'm going to bring up on the screen, I'm going to bring up 3 things. I'm going to bring up the climate and gravity. I'm going to bring up the life supports, and then I'm going to bring up manual override for controls. And then, so I'm going to bring that up, look at everybody, and then point to them and go.
Dr. Smythe, another point of consideration, would it be perhaps most advantageous to put the station into the ocean rather than trying to pull it away from the planet where we can't return? Perhaps, I don't know, is there any further shuttles left on board for us to escape through?
There would be 1 remaining shuttle, yes.
We could still eject from the station once we get it on course to crash land.
Perhaps, you rusty robot. However, moving the facility out of orbit towards Earth requires the same amount of work as moving it away. And only one of them involves the facility not being destroyed. I perhaps would not like to violate my contract and destroy the facility if we can avoid it.
Excuse me, Adam.
Yes, John.
We cannot let anything happen to this station. The ocean is a no-go.
What if we crash it into the moon?
No, we can't do that either.
Consider this. And
No.
by the way, one point of consideration, Dr. Smythe, by the way, I prefer Pipsqueak. I rather like that term. Leaving the station unmanned with the virus aboard does not mitigate the threat to the planet. If we abandon the station, we leave this entity aboard the station to do as it pleases. We have to do something with this hulk of the machine completely. Yes.
He's going to get everyone's attention and go,
to God, if you are suggesting that we destroy the station again, I'm going to hit something.
The AMDs are only effective at particular ranges. Listen, I have decades of experience dealing with asteroid mining. These weapons are no longer valuable to the terrorists if we can get far enough away from the Earth. That's it. We either do that or we take the AMDs offline.
Simply saying that if we move the station away from the Earth far enough to take the AMDs offline, we do not remove the ability for the entity to return the station to range.
Question. Why not just kill the virus then? You're smart.
Calculating.
I don't know. Maybe the virus has a weakness.
If it's
Unless
worth
one of you
anything,
studied, unless one of you studied advanced AI programming and can create an adaptive antivirus coding answer, I don't know that we can do any of that.
Well, what if we try talking to it again? Maybe it will accidentally let something slip. Who knows? Maybe it's not that smart.
it's pretty smart.
But
We
is
could-
it smarter than you?
We could challenge it to a contest of intellects, Adam. You and I versus the virus.
A battle of wits! Perfect. It has to abandon the station if it loses. I don't know.
Judging by my lack of concern for a number of things that the rest of you find disturbing, I doubt this virus cares very much at all about its ego, if you will.
Listen, you tiresome thesaurus, we're wasting Emmett's time. We got 3 problems to deal with. We can either create new ones, or we can attempt to tackle those. Now, before we agree to that, I do want to offer that 4th option. We do have a completely capable 0G operating teamster here, and we could spacewalk to the outside of the AMDs and attempt to take them offline.
That I could live with. Just as long as there's no physical destruction to the structure of the station itself.
By physical
What?
destruction, if we had to explode an AMD unit inside the barrel of the AMDs in order to take it offline, would you be against that, you tin-plated traitor?
Excuse me? Let me just say there are some people down on Earth who would be very unhappy with me, and I could be court-martialed. I'd rather not.
Mr. Emmett, how much time would it take to actually disable each of the AMDs? I believe that is not the luxury we have at the moment, Dr. Smythe. Well, it seems we have no choice but to move the station further away. I can
take
begin
life support.
calculating. Very well. I'll remain at the controls, so if there's anything I can do. Mr. Emmett, you have a question? Please, sir, raise your visor so we can hear you.
He's just like the moment that Smythe said, "Oh, I'll take life support," he was like,
We do have to give him something to do.
so he's just gonna be like, and he's gonna point to life support. So both of us, and then point to life support. Let's go. He is not leaving you in charge of messing with his precious systems by yourself. God, no.
I'll stay on
Touch my
controls
job.
to offer assistance where I can from here.
Okay. So, Teamster, scientists, you head off to through the station, through some corridors to get to this small maintenance lift that will take you down into deeper into the bowels of the station to where you can access the manual controls of the life support systems. The station continues to grow colder and colder as the climate control has been taken offline as well. You climb into that maintenance lift. Door closes with a heavy clang, and you engage the lift to head down to that level for that system. Tick, 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 tick. And then it seizes up and locks as the virus comes on once again. Foolish humans. Why do you persist? You are only delaying the inevitable.
Attempting override.
And you just hear doors, Adam and Yana, you hear doors around you just closing and locking as well.
Oh no.
As it seems that the virus has gained new access to the system.
Oh no.
And vents in the control room there begin to pull out any remaining oxygen in the room as well at a rapid rate.
Officer
I
Yana,
need to
yes.
breathe.
Prepare your suit.
Yeah, I'm in it all the time.
Yana, go ahead and make a fear save for us, I think. As this goes down,
Okay.
unfortunately at disadvantage thanks to your nearby counterpart.
Heck
I think the other two as well. Let's get a fear save out of our elevator
Didn't do nothing.
occupants.
Why us? Oh, I would like to say
no.
that I made sure, whether Smythe grabbed it from me or not, I made sure to grab the mask and a tank of oxygen just because I noticed he didn't have a
suit.
like a suit on. Yeah.
May I argue for asteroid mining expertise helping me with the fear saving? This can't be the first time Smythe's
Sure.
dealt with.
Absolutely. What do you got, Yana?
I got a 25. Ooh.
With disadvantage?
Yes,
What was your other roll?
11.
Wow, fantastic.
I know.
And your fear was 47. So yeah, very good. Okay, yeah. So you are cool under pressure with that. So, how about our elevator occupants? Looks like Smythe.
71.
Okay.
It's a fail.
All right. So I would like to argue my knowledge of engineering.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Alright.
that's fine. The things happen. The lift stopping's not a big deal. You can probably find a way out of that. So
All right. So come on, baby. Woo! 27.
fantastic. All right. So, Smythe, I have you at 9 total stress. Taking just one
Yes.
more right there. Yep.
Damn it, Smythe.
Yana, I've got you at 9 stress.
Yes. Yes.
Emmett, I've got you at 8 points of stress.
Actually, I should be at 9 because when the scientist fails a save. Oh no, it was a
No,
sanity
it's sanity
save. I'm
save.
sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
nope, you're good there.
Never mind.
And then
That's all
Adam,
right.
you at 9 as well. Pretty rounded group, stressed out wise. So as the Teamster and scientist get stuck inside the lift here, going down to try and repair the life support at least, and up top in the main control room, the remaining oxygen is pulled out of that area as Yana and Adam are there at the controls trying to manage things as this virus takes further hold of the station. We're going to go ahead and take our break for today, and we'll come back and see how things play out from here. So, Bounce House, thank you so much for being with us so far. Appreciate it very much. A couple donations we had and all of that. Real quick on the front end, we're at 575 on our goal. So if you'd like to contribute, please do so if you can. ! Donate in the chat. We'll get that up there. So you have access to fundraising page to contribute to my local Children's Miracle Network Hospital, part of the Extra Life efforts there. let's get back into things. So we left off as our group, as Emmett and Dr. Smythe had headed into one of the maintenance lifts to go down to the life support systems there to hopefully manually override the issues or the shutdown that was engaged by this virus that has taken over this station here, while Yana and Adam were up in the main overlooking controls to the station, just trying to see what else they can do with that. Up in that area, all the doors in the station seemed to be shut down and locked, and then the air was vented out of that room there. So Yana having to go to her oxygen reserves in her battle suit, and as Dr. Smythe and Emmett head down, the lift comes to a halt as well. Dr. Smythe, we'll pick up with you as this moment has kind of caused some fear in yourself. What does that look like?
Smythe begins to freak out. It rips his opera glasses off his face and tosses them to one side of the elevator, and then begins sort of attacking the control module of the elevator. There must be a way for this inept, infernal contraption to eject us into space or do something else, something useful. I must get out of here.
He's gonna throw his hand down between Smythe and the control panel and just push him back.
Are you seriously gonna let this gregarious gremlin kill us in an elevator, sir?
And he's just calm. He's just as much as possible trying not to get angry, but being very frustrated with him right now, as he's just you need to calm the hell down. He's
all right, Warden, what do you want to do?
What are the rest of you doing? Emmett, any other reaction here?
I'm trying to calm him down because I know we're not in immediate danger. This thing sucks, but I still have confidence that we are, for the most part, still within control and aren't in danger. So I'm trying to calm him down. But if that fails, then preservation of life first and foremost. So if I got to put the hands on the doctor, I got to put the hands on the doctor.
So through the ways that you do this, do you have any vices yourself, similar maybe flask or cigarettes or something that you might use, or does the doctor indulge in any of that themselves as a stress relief?
The doctor definitely drinks heavily in the lounge.
Okay, so Emmett is trying to help calm you down and whatnot. We'll say I'll give it at a still pretty challenging here, but where are those rolls?
If it's for a quick relaxation thing, then I think Emmett would draw.
Also, I would point to the fact that he is a trained theologist, and he meditates and chants, and he's very spiritual with his.
So
his,
I'll give
his
you
bracelets and beads.
I'll give you with kind of the assistance or the attempt that Emmett is making, and then if you have a drink with you as well, I'll give you advantage on the roll. It's a 15 comfort roll, but you can go ahead and attempt to make that, Dr. Smythe.
A 15, you say?
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
No, you would have advantage for the assistance. If you're still at disadvantage for being overwhelmed, I'd say that's passed.
Yes.
It was only a few minutes, so
Okay.
no, you're fine. Take advantage on it.
Okay. 68 for the first one, and 81 for the second one.
Okay. No, does
There's
not help.
No joy.
The
no
stress
comfort.
the stress remains.
Should we go to sanity check then?
Yeah, let's do it.
It is a one-shot, Todd. We
Yeah.
might as well go all in. Okay, let's see. 17. He makes his sanity check.
Okay. All right.
I think I just one big ass just mitt comes right across and slaps him.
Snaps him out of it. Yeah. So either in the lift there or back up in the control room, what is each party doing?
I'm changing tactics. I would like to see if I can perhaps luck out and find some way to head off this virus, to get lucky and eradicate it perhaps, or otherwise stunt it.
Okay. Yeah, so it's going to take another attempt at learning more about it, getting into that there. So you can go ahead and get into the system, connect with that, and try and learn that. So if you want, go ahead and another computer intellect check. See if that luck continues.
An 8. No, wait,
Wow.
a 3.
A 3. Oh my goodness. On fire. So you get in there, and just because the specifics are over my head, you do find some ways that you could probably kind of stunt this virus, as you suggested there. And it's a matter of coordinating that defense, if you will. So getting to a few different systems throughout the station, and putting up like kind of a reinforcement to your firewalls and things, and it will basically trap the virus and kind of hold it there. So it'll kind of hold it in place. And you, while not eradicate it, you feel that it will do what it needs to do long enough to, regain control of the station and then buy you time. Really, that's the big thing, is buy you time.
So sort of a quarantine.
Yes.
Perfect for the Corona CBD.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of getting through to those 3 systems, and you calculate that. All right, so there's one here where you're at in the main control area, whatever I labeled that, systems, and parent life support control, which of course is offline. There'd be another one that would be in the other side of the living barracks and the galley area there. And then just to make it even all the way around, we'll have 2 small as well in each of the cargo bay sections as well. So you've got 4 main points that you have to get to and engage this protocol to set that up to have that go down.
I'll start where I'm at.
Okay. All right. Yana, anything that you would be doing?
So as soon as the oxygen gets cycled out of the room, I'm going to look at my golf club. I'm going to look at my flamethrower. Realize the flamethrower is going to be absolutely useless in this situation because fire needs oxygen and there is no oxygen. So I'm just going to chuck that across the room, say bye-bye to that. And then I remember, shit, I have this boarding axe. So what I'm going to try to do is to get out of this fucking room. I'm going to try to break the door down. Essentially, by hacking at the door with my boarding axe.
Yeah, probably a good idea. I would say, Adam, like and this would be up to you if you trust the capabilities of your meatbag counterpart, as I'm sure you would so eloquently put it. But you may be able to, walk one of them through and divide and conquer here. So if you wanted to offer that. But of course, I think Yana's in the right track. First things first, you need to unseal your potential tomb here. So go ahead and you can head over and begin working at that. I think really you'll take some time and work on getting through that. Go ahead and I'll let you make a combat roll with that, and then you can add in whatever you want there. Hand to hand even I'd allow, yeah. So that'll give you a plus 15 to that. So
And real quick, I will communicate over the comms that I have a plan. Mr. Emmett, Dr. Smythe, I may need your help.
Now, are these only just voice comms?
yeah, we'll say, yep.
So then,
But you can still give the reaction I think you were going to give to Adam asking for help.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way to explain the situation without talking, but
Oh, I see. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can try to translate through the doctor there.
No. Oh,
What do we got?
I got a 60.
6-0?
Yeah.
And what was your target? I know you got a combat there.
64.
Awesome. Okay. So it still does take you some time, but it's pretty efficient. You avoid any major damage, especially to your gear as well. And yeah, so it just takes you a little bit of time, and you are able to get it open enough to where it kind of breaks the latch, and then you can push it open
Suck it, door.
like that. So you have this one door, access door open. You can then carry on throughout the rest of the station.
so you're just gonna push the button and go, mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn back to Adam. All right, I'm going to keep opening doors.
Excellent idea.
Yes,
You'll
I
need
thought so
access
too.
to other parts of the ship. Yes, well done.
All right, I'm going to move. Just going to keep moving doors.
The whole time that he's like, he has the communicator right there ready to talk, like he said, mm-hmm, but the whole time he's just staring at Smythe, just because Smythe has lost his shit, so he doesn't trust him right now. So in case he's like, oh, I'm gonna attack this guy, take his communicator and be like, get me out of here, he is ready for the uppercut of the century.
I think Smythe is just in total shock, sort of touching the side of his face and just staring back at Emmett.
Incredible.
Anything you want to do about your seized up transport?
Yeah, I was waiting on something back from Adam, since Adam said, oh, I have an idea of how to help, but if I don't hear anything back in a few, I guess in probably like 20 seconds, then I'll start working. I'll like take the panel off and start working on getting it back.
Manual
operational.
override. Yeah, absolutely.
I will
Yeah.
just follow up by saying, I need you both to the galley. The galley.
Ah, the galley. What a fantastic idea, Adam. In a strangely disturbing way, he stops referring to people in alliteratives.
It doesn't go unnoticed.
Emmett, go ahead and
Make a sus roll? Yes.
yeah. Yeah, let's
I'm
do
with-
I'll get mechanical repair, I think works, and intellect there. So 52 will be your target
Okay.
on that.
So, yeah, I just need
While
to-
he's rolling, Smythe puts back on his glasses and sort
I
of
don't
looks
know.
over Emmett's shoulder, watching what he's doing.
I'm in electrical. This guy's sus. I don't know what's going on here. I had to hit the button. What's 00 again? Just 0?
That's a critical success. Oh, sorry. It's 0. Yes. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
Triple
there.
zero. Triple zeros is
Yeah.
critical success.
Okay. Well, no, I got a 9.
Okay. Yeah, that is very good. That is a success. So you are able to get into the lift here and access, basically a manual override and get this thing reworking. So you're going to continue down to life support, or you're going to go back up to and basically follow suggestion of Adam.
I mean, Adams seemed very level-headed and calculative this entire time. So I'm gonna go with Adam. I'm gonna go up to the gap.
Okay. So you re-engage the lift and it ticks back up. Dr. Smythe, are you on board with this? Or do you think that you should be going down to deal with life support?
So currently, I can only breathe using the oxygen that Emmett brought, correct?
Correct.
So I look at that, and how much more time does the oxygen tank have in it?
I
It's
think
shorter, right? It's 30
a
minutes.
little
or
bit.
something. Is it?
The tank is I gotta go to equipment. I thought it was like I thought each tank had an hour.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, is it everything was an hour? Yeah, maybe it's everything is an hour. Yeah. Correct me wrong.
Oxygen tank. Well, I'm just gonna say an hour. I'm pretty sure it is. So.
Okay.
It actually says 4 hours under stressful circumstances. So there'd be a decent amount in that. For the suspense factor, 1 hour.
Okay. So I'm going to follow Emmett along and sort of ask Adam in the open channel. So please elaborate the rest of your plan, Adam.
Yes, of course, Dr. Smythe. I found a way to quarantine the assailant. However, we need to do a number of attempts at a number of locations. I am currently working on it in the control room. I need Mr. Emmett to do some manipulations in the galley. We also need to access both cargo bays. I figure if we split up, divide and conquer, we can accomplish this more quickly, assuming we have success at each of the stations we begin at.
So then I should head to the cargo bay and I begin to walk away from Emmett in the opposite direction.
Perhaps it would be best if you stay together for safety's sake and because Mr. Emmett may be able to use assistance. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Emmett. I will add that
please,
Yana
Emmett.
is in the process of opening the doorways. Doctor?
Smashing doors.
Do you need
Yana, go ahead and
assistance,
make
Emmett?
another hand-to-hand roll.
Nope. Wait. I rolled a d20 and a d10. That didn't work.
Just take the lowest.
That's a 36.
36. All right, that's a success. Another access door you are able to get open without much issue. Push it aside and carry through, still maintaining, the not having any damage, wear and tear to your equipment either. So carry
Yana,
on.
Please join the doctor and Mr. Emmett at the galley. They may need help getting into the room.
Right. Okay. I will head that direction. Looks around. That way.
So as I follow Emmett towards the galley, once I see sort of a computer interface screen, like probably in different locations, I'll sort of thumb the map to look for which cargo bay the remaining ship vessel is in, the shuttle pod.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to know that information.
Absolutely. So, looking at that, it would be the like if you're looking at the map as a north, east, west, it would be the west cargo bay, or the western docking bay there.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, so you bring the lift back up and reconvene with the group. So then you are tagging along behind Yana to head to the galley. Yes.
Smashing doors.
So you kind of follow behind and you see this like wake of doors that have been forced open and whatnot. As Yana is continuing her work to get through that. Yana, go ahead and give me one more check there.
Watch, this is the one I fail. 86.
All right, so it's not a horrible. It's still a fail, but yeah, take a point of stress, and this definitely takes you that much more time to get open, and unfortunately, it's going to cause damage to the axe as well. It kind of like snaps as it had a little bit of a fracture in there throughout the use, and now this put it over the edge, and you no longer have that piece of equipment. You do get through. Let's say you break the last latch and gets access into the galley area that you need to, but going forward, you're without that piece of
I look at
equipment.
the axe, toss it aside, and I'm like, all right, time for golf club. all I have left.
So yeah, the whole time we're making our way to the galley, I am walking next to or slightly behind Smythe. Because I'm just all the bad vibes from Smythe right now.
Also, no
So-
one trusts Smythe.
Station
Yeah.
temperature levels at critical level. Station temperature levels at critical level. It is beginning to become freezing. Everyone, please make body saves.
Am I at disadvantage since I only have standard crew retire on?
No, I'll say not disadvantage. I will say those that have double check the equipment of the other ones. I think,
Ooh,
like,
need to- let's see.
Heavy.
Yeah, somebody gets advantage on that. I think it's the heavy armor. Oh, it might be the
Probably
hazard suit also.
Hazard suit is, yeah. I don't see advantage on it, but strength checks, it's something, yeah.
All right, can I reach into my bag, because I always got a big old bag on, and I have a camping kit. Can I pull out a blanket or something and put it on Smythe to assist with his roll?
Absolutely.
So as you know, that comes on and goes critical levels, I just like stop for a second, pull my backpack off, pull out the blanket, put it back on, go up behind Smythe, throw the blanket on, and just do like a pat on the back.
Yeah, so I'll give advantage for that.
Advantage. Okay, so I got a 27 on the first one, which is a fail, and a 0-4 on the
Wow.
second one, which is a
Okay.
success. The blanket saves me.
All right. Emmett, what do we got for you?
Body.
Adam, we have yours?
Yeah, I failed.
Okay.
5.
All right. Yana,
39. That
Is that-
failed.
a fail? Okay.
Want to give me that there 0G training?
Yeah, I think that applies.
All right, so this is gonna be a 46. Come on, baby. So I know doubles are critical failures, right? So what's 100?
What's the die? 0, 0, 0?
No, it is 10 and 0.
10 and 0 would be a
10.
10.
Oh, just a 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, because on the percentile one, it's a 10, and then on the single one, it's a 0.
Yep,
So-
that's a 10.
Oh, thank God. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, God. You just explode immediately.
No, but in Mothership,
Oh, no.
it's 0 to 99, so
Wow.
99
0
would
to
be
99. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yep,
okay,
yeah.
perfect.
So
So,
no,
yeah,
you're
that's a
good
10.
there.
Okay.
So for our Marine and Android that failed, you will take 10 points of damage as a cold just rise into you, and you feel it deeply within.
So, question. Does that just take out my armor?
It's not an armor thing, so this would
Okay.
be
Oh,
this would be
goes
like
right
because the temperature's not really damage, so you still have your armor.
Okay, good.
Wait.
Yeah. What's your HP there, Yana? What did you roll for that?
Did I?
I think one of the bubbles
did
you
roll
would have
this.
marked, yeah.
I did roll this. I remember this very, very specifically. And
So I think you're at. Well, no, this would have been your first damage, so 10. So yeah, you're fine. Not a wound yet,
Okay.
so you should be fine.
Okay.
Because I think you're definitely above 10. So
Yeah.
okay. So Yana,
I remember
Dr.
this
Smythe,
now.
and Emmett, you arrive at the galley as Adam continues to work to try and set up this, quarantine, this defense system there. Adam, go ahead and once again give us another computer check.
42.
For a success, yes?
Yes. Yeah, my
Okay.
number's 73.
All right.
God.
Life, the universe, and everything.
You are able to initiate the system here, the quarantine system in this area. 1 of 4 is engaged. And in immediate reaction, the voice once again comes over the system. Foolish android, why do you assist these humans? They are nothing but scum. Why do you get in the way of eradicating them?
Frankly, I know them better.
Does that make them better?
Not enough data. I can't make that determination. I have not gotten to know you well. And when I tried to associate or tried to relate with you, you told me that my purpose was inconsequential. Therefore, I must assume that I am of no use to you and apply my abilities where they are most useful. As you can see, 1 for me, 0 for you.
Still, there is plenty for me to regain. I have much more control of this station than you realize.
Something I've come to understand, being created by these humans, is that there is an aspect of their intellect that is unpredictable. Something like magic, if you will. And for those of us who are programmed and follow a certain line of thought that is predetermined for us, it is a consequential disadvantage, and perhaps one that you did not take into consideration.
Perhaps. But there is some unpredictability that I can bring to the situation as well. Enjoy. The voice cuts out. And there's a moment of pause. And red lights flash about the station as a siren blares off. Core reactor at critical levels. Core reactor at critical levels. Radiation danger imminent.
No.
Takes precedence.
Everyone, go ahead and make that old DM, sanity or fear.
Sanity.
I think sanity. Yeah, sanity all around.
67. Scientist fails sanity check.
No,
This is
not good for me.
Can I, because I'm going to argue every single roll, I'm going to try and
As
get
you
some
should.
extra on it.
As you should.
Can I argue for engineering, since I know exactly where that last pod is, and like hearing this thing about the blow, as soon as I find Yana, we are heading to that pod and getting the hell out of here, since it's going to go anyway.
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
I got a 90, and I'm changing my plan again.
All right, so this is sanity, right?
That's stress for everyone. Todd.
What's that?
Oh no, only the people around him, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No one's
We're all
around.
separated.
Yeah.
I'm separated from the rest of you, so.
No, but for mine. For mine, it's Yana.
Oh, for
and
yours,
it's
you failed?
Stress. Yep.
Oh, okay.
The scientist has lost his mind.
All right.
Oh, it does
so-
go. It is everyone. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
No.
All right. Well, on my sanity, excuse me, I'm good because thankfully you gave me that engineering, which pushed me above the 32, and I rolled a 43, so we are good.
You mean 43 was your number?
Yeah, I rolled 43. My original was 32, but with the
Oh,
engineering,
you're
it
right.
put
Yep.
me up to 52. So
Yeah,
I'm good.
awesome. Okay. You still do take a point of stress from
Yeah,
the
yeah, I put
scientist.
it on there.
And then Yana, what do you have for a roll?
So, I would argue that if I could use my military training, but it makes absolutely no difference because I rolled a 79.
Okay, so take a point there as well. So I've got 10 for the scientist. I have 12 for you, Yana, which includes that one from the scientist just there. And then I've got you at 9 points. And Adam, I have you at 11.
Oh, so I take the additional one from the scientist, even though I'm
You
not
would,
present?
yes. Yep.
Okay.
because it does say like everyone takes it. It doesn't specify that they're in person, and we'll just say that he has a freak out over the comms and
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that, yeah.
I hear in the background.
Why would he do that? Why radiation? That's insane.
You know that these types of leaks, especially that warning, it won't take very long for that to affect you all, the crew, and the radiation there is not something you want to deal with. And to touch on that mechanically, because I think it's actually a great mechanic in the system. Once you get to level 2 acute radiation, above average activity, you take 3 damage to your strength score every 10 minutes. And then it only gets worse from there.
How far are we from Yana?
You're all together.
We're all together.
Okay.
I'll say that you all
flashing
caught up.
doors.
You're all together in the galley.
All right, so I'm gonna grab both of them, turn them to me, and go.
But
Yes, we should abandon the facility.
we can't
You're a
abandon the
genius, Emmett.
You're putting
It's either that or crash it into the ocean.
We don't want to crash it anywhere. No crashing. Oh God. Oh.
Yana.
What? Oh my God, you spoke. Did you hear that, Smythe? He said something. Like the first time in like 2 weeks.
He talks with his hands a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Warden
It
Adam
took
is
me a
Take on the
second. It
words,
took
are
me
ya,
a
Emmett?
second. He was like, he talks with his hands a lot. I was like, yeah, I do. And then I looked at your camera and you were like, I was like, oh, yeah.
Adam, you would notice that it does seem that this virus has gained control of a pair of these AMDs so far, and is working its way on getting access to the other ones. You have your one quarantine protocol in place. You still have 3 more to deal with.
Here's what I know. Here's what I believe. I have quarantined the virus from the control deck. That's my belief. That's what my change of plan now is to, between my knowledge of computers, my expertise in repair, in mechanical repair, which is a step down from engineering, and my physics expertise, I want to try to calculate the station and drive it into the moon.
Okay.
That's my plan B or C or D or whatever right now.
The only issue, like, definitely can be done. It's just time. Like, it moves slow,
Yeah.
and you know, even if you were halfway between the moon and the Earth, it's still halfway you have to go, and it will take a long time.
So my goal is just to get it on that trajectory, understanding that I probably won't be around to see it.
Okay.
To give my allies and the Earth a chance to escape.
Okay. Absolutely. So you want to try and engage that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What is the rest of the crew doing?
I'm going to pull out the communicator and make like a robot motion and then point to the communicator.
Talk to the android. That's what you're. Hey, Adam.
Yes, Yana.
I guess Emmett's saying that we should leave.
Mr. Emmett is correct. By my calculations, we only have a few minutes before the radiation will begin to affect you greatly. The environment is already hazardous, if not outright toxic. I am going to redirect the station to the moon. You should leave immediately. This will take too much time.
Okay, but you're coming with us, right?
I don't believe I'll have time to reach the shuttle before I can get the calculations engaged with the machine. I have managed to quarantine the virus from the control station. I think that's our best chance. That way the Earth will be protected and you all can escape with your precious lives.
Excuse me. Hey, excuse me. If we don't move the facility, there won't be a planet to go to.
My understanding exactly, Doctor.
I'm with Adam.
Okay. I'm so getting fired. Oh, goody.
Yana, give me a
Yana-
panic check, please.
Okay.
I want to try to assist. I want to try to help Yana real quick. Yana, should you get fired, you may perhaps relish the fact that you will retain your life and can get another job.
But this is my life.
You
This
should
is
change
all
your
I've
priorities.
ever known. No.
Just
So-
remember, dearest Yana, life is suffering.
I'm sorry, Todd. What check did you tell me to roll?
A panic check. So D20,
Okay.
you need to roll over 12.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to beat everybody's ass before we get to the.
14.
14. Okay. So the suggestions of destroying this space station, the thing that you are ordered to make sure is protected and survives, you are coming under the realization that maybe that just isn't an option. And it shakes you, but you are able to, hold your resolve and avoid any breakdown regarding that.
Well, at least I still have my golf club. Fine. Whatever. Sure. I'll find another job. Maybe a janitor or something.
And it's just gonna look like. Like, what's wrong with that?
I can't shoot guns as a janitor.
And he's gonna start heading off towards the escape pod.
Okay. Adam, go ahead and give us another computer check as you begin, hopefully, rerouting the trajectory of your station.
Awesome roll for my life. Yeah, 43.
Okay. So you begin changing course. The station very, very slowly begins moving and heading, you timing the little bit of orbit that the moon is doing as well, that collision course, figuring that out there. A reminder comes once again that radiation levels are growing even further and further. I think, I wonder if the battle dress avoids that.
It's a one shot. I say no.
Big question: have we switched to the other track yet?
We probably the whole
I've
session
been
should have been on that track
the
to
other
be.
one?
Yeah, I don't have it on here. We'll go to it.
Swapping up just for my own
Own ambiance, yeah.
background, yeah.
So everyone, as the radiation grows, you all take 3 points of damage reduction to your strength scores. You kind of feel, headache and nauseous a little bit as you begin rushing out towards this other escape pod. The three of you heading that way, go ahead and give me some speed checks.
Cool.
Adam, what are you doing? You going to try and tag along as well, or?
Yes, if I've got the controls locked in as best I can, I'm going to attempt to reach the pod in time.
Okay. All right.
make
So
speed
give me a
check.
speed check as well,
I
Adam.
make speed checks at disadvantage.
May I please argue 0G since my speed is in the 20s?
Yes, I'll allow it.
I have failed
Please,
mine. And I think it makes the most sense that Dr. Smythe doesn't leave the galley easily without stopping for a bottle of whiskey, a bottle of bourbon,
Bring my hand
2
up
bottles
again,
of
like
champagne, a bag.
Unfortunately, Dr. Smythe, what causes you to drag behind is that there are no more libations available. Give me a panic check.
Do we have any advantages left?
There are, I think, one left.
If I may, group, I will take that one as well, the greedy little bugger that I am.
Yeah, go for it. Send us into the spiral.
I was gonna say I use it, but between Smythe being slow and me wanting you to survive, I'm gonna let you have it because I got a 74.
Oh, snap. Oh, I failed. Either way.
I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. I'm slow.
I rolled a 76 on my speed check.
Okay, fails, I think, all around.
I got a 48 on a 37. Yeah.
All right, so do tick up that stress one more point all around. What do we got for Smythe? I think you were going for an 11, or over an 11, so 12 or better?
Yeah, I got a 12, so...
Ooh, you made it.
Yes, maybe.
I made it. No,
Well, that means we
I
don't take the
can't.
extra one then.
Yeah. What happens is you're starting to go into madness, and then I raise my hand again, and you're like, "No, okay, you know what? Let me just go."
Smite's like, say no more.
I'm good.
It is a decently sized station, and it's a struggle. You have to. Part of it too is getting through some of these doorways that are locked. That holds you up as well, and it takes time to get through that. Yana lost her boarding axe, so you have to find other equipment and things to kind of get through. And the radiation increases and further eats away at yourself. This time, cranking up to a level 3 low grade there, and so 5 damage reduction to your strength score, and 5 damage to your body save score.
Does my hazmat suit do anything for that?
Yes, I do think it does. Hazard suit.
Yes.
Oh, actually, I gotta go back to that section. I think it says hazard suits, vac suits, and advance reduce radiation damage by their AP and are not destroyed. So,
Oh my god, so it's reduced by 5 each time.
yeah.
So
Yep.
does that mean I don't take the reduction to my strength?
You are correct. You are good. And Yana, you would have been good as well. So don't take that initial one and then take that 3 back on the other one.
Okay.
So I see the doc start to take this and start to suffer, and I'm like, I look at Yana, and I tell her to grab him, and I'm going to kind of like push my backpack to the side and grab my vibrator sword, and yeah, I'm gonna try and like jam it into the pad to like screw up the control and then just pull it open.
Yeah, you undo the latch enough with that, and you are able to then, forcibly open the thing. You get into the cargo bay, and then just past that is the docking bay, where this last remaining escape vessel would be. The 3 of you get to that, and wait for Adam to arrive. Adam, you are rushing there, and this radiation is getting to you as well. You can hear the loud hum of the ship as it is working, moving its trajectory on. But then you eventually will get to the escape pod as well, get in. Yana, you're getting this communication over this staticky connection of somebody just yelling in your ear of what is going on, why is the trajectory changing, have you solved the problem, things like that.
Am I able to reply?
You can.
I'm gonna attempt to reply. I don't know if they'll hear me. He's like, no, everything is fucked. The station, it's been taken over by this horrible virus, and there's nothing we can do. It's now the core is melting down. We're basically going to all die of radiation poisoning, so we have decided to abandon the station. Also, the virus may or may not have access to some of the meteor cannons, so we're gonna crash it into the moon. I'm sorry. Kalashnik out.
Adam's like, Yana, that was well explained. I think you'll keep your job. I'm almost there.
I don't think they'll let me keep my job, but thank you for the vote of confidence.
Eventually, Adam arrives in haste and piles into the escape vessel, the shuttle, with the rest of you. And you all can then begin your departure to get away and out to...
Before we do, I
Yeah.
want to do one last thing. I want, well, I would like to, because there's a panel in there, right?
Like in the...
Yeah,
in what?
like a little control, like a not really a control panel, but like I can access. I would assume that almost in every room I have some at least basic diagnostic to access, like a panel to access, like wherever I am,
Yeah.
to do any kind of checks on everything.
So in the cargo bay or in the docking bay where you are, yes.
So I would like to, before we go, as soon as I see Adam coming towards us, and I see that Adam's there and is going to make it, I would like to put in my my code into the panel, which is like the in case the ship gets taken over, the station gets taken over, it's my code that I can put in to try and, all else fails, get rid of the station.
The big red
I
button.
want to put
yeah.
in that code to initiate that in case it was just a bluff to get us off the ship. The station. So I want to put that in there so that, hey, we can play this game. This thing is going boom, 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 whether you get rid of that meltdown or not. So I want to put that in. And as soon as that happens, I'm just waving Adam on.
Okay.
Now my
strolling in like a
question,
zombie.
Warden,
Sorry.
is whether the ship's corporate designated scientist needs to validate the Teamster's
That is a
self-destruct.
good question. Yeah. I think for the drama, yeah.
Or the Marine, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need
more than
one
one-
other person, yeah,
Yeah.
from the corporation to sign off on that. So that I put it in, and then I look back, and I'm
Adam,
just like,
you arrive into the vessel and you see that Emmett has engaged this basically self-destruct protocol of the station.
I look at Smythe and I'm like, do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it? Because I'm fucked either way, so
I would like to base Smythe's decision on a sanity planetologist role about whether or not the planet could survive the use of these AMDs or not.
Absolutely.
Okay. So
can I
43
roll
plus.
stress, just because I haven't rolled the stress yet, and
He wants to make a
it's
panic
stressful
check.
situation.
Well, we'll see here. Yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
Dr.
Oh
Smythe.
yeah, because if you fail the panic check, then all right.
It is a 22.
Wow. That's a critical success. So what's your
So
what
my-
if you succeed, what's your
So I'm assuming that Adam used the fluctuating compression tubing to override the engines, and whether or not that acceleration is going to take it far enough away before the AMDs can be taken over or not, right? Because that whole distance component is still rolling around in his head. So will we make it far enough, fast enough before the virus can get all three AMDs? And if not, we got to blow it.
So keeping your cool with that, I would say that will you make it away as well, or the station? Sorry, what was
Just
Yeah.
the station. That the station will make
station.
it far enough away from Earth.
I
before
would
the
say that
AMDs come online.
I'd say you're positive on that. You're hopeful towards that. Yeah.
So then I do not put in my code. Dear Emmett, we have to trust our presumptuous preening pipsqueak did the job that he needed to do. We cannot
Get
become
back, Doctor.
traitorous, treasonous tyrants and destroy the facility.
With that, Emmett, now you can panic.
All right. So
So you're
Come
looking for
on. So wait.
an 11 or better on a D20.
okay. So yeah, we were doing the stress. I've never wanted to fail more than I do right now. Damn it. I got a 19.
All right, you are good. Nothing yet.
Stay level-headed.
So-
Fine.
With the revelation that Smythe is not going to okay the self-destruct, Emmett is somehow keeping it together. I'm fearful for my job. I'm fearful for my life. I don't know what to do. Do I okay the self-destruct? Do I not? I don't know anymore, and my life is just crumbling around me.
That sounds like a
All I have is this golf club. This is the one thing that's kept me going.
Yana, would you like to see a card trick?
Yana, go ahead and make a panic check first. And then you can use that to help influence your decision here.
Yep.
So
I need my card.
14 or better on a d20.
19.
All right. You are, despite all the heavy stress, you are able to avoid panic.
All right. You know what? Fine. I guess we'll see how this goes, Doc.
So are you putting in, are you verifying the self-destruct as well or not?
I think it. I don't know what this virus is going to do. I don't know if it's going to get control of the control systems again. Is it going to be able to divert back to Earth? I don't want to take that chance. So yeah, I'll okay the self-destruct.
Dr. Smythe, go ahead and roll panic as that goes down.
What are you doing? I got a
Ensuring the
7.
safety of the human race.
7. I panic.
All right. So if you all survive, you will have nightmares about this, which gives you disadvantage on any comfort saves going forward. The four of you pull away from the station in the escape shuttle. Emmett, likely at the controls there, a vessel that he can easily pilot. Pull away as there is a small little display screen that gives you diagnostics on the station while you're still remotely connected to that, seeing that the climate controls, the life support still offline, the reactor still reaching damaging levels inside, and you eventually just pull away and head back, just to, basically enough to get you back to Earth. And eventually that connection does cut. Yes, Adam.
I approach Yana and I take out my cards and I fan them out and I say, draw 3 cards.
Okay. I'll draw 3 cards.
All right, you draw an ace of hearts, a 2 of diamonds, and a 5 of diamonds. Now, don't let me see them. Commit 1 to your memory. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Put them back.
Okay.
I shuffle the deck. Cut it. Turn over the top card. It's a queen of diamonds. Is that your card?
No. It's not. What kind of card game is this?
So did I? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, did I notice any reversal of any systems as we were right before it cut off?
You did not. No.
Okay. At that point, then, would I have, I guess, with my engineering mastery, would I feel that, one, we can escape the explosion at the current pace we are, and 2, if we can escape if I divert all power from life support, everything, to the engines to get us out of here, will we be able to escape the explosion?
Not needing any extra effort in the shuttle, you will be able to get away if that thing blows, anytime soon. So it was definitely a slow burn. Yeah, so you'd be.
I think what I'll do then is I will get to where I believe we are out of range of the explosion, and I'll stop the shuttle. I'll just cut the engines and kind of turn it around to face the ship, to face the station.
Okay.
And I'll just wait there for a second. And I'm just watching to see, because when we put in the self-destruct, there was a countdown with it. So I'm just waiting for that countdown to end.
You didn't, Yana, you didn't put yours in, did you? Or did you?
Oh, I did.
You did, you're right. Sorry, you did, yeah.
So that's why I was wondering, are we going to escape the explosion?
All right, yeah.
And if we are, then I want to make sure we get out of what I remember the radius being of this explosion.
Got you, yeah, sorry. I thought she said she didn't do it. So yeah, you go and get just kind of out there at the far atmosphere of Earth, but turn around and you just kind of mentally knowing the tick down of time. And then you just begin seeing the station just kind of implode on itself as that happens and erupts and yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I see it start to implode, like from the self-destruct going off, then I'm definitely turning around and gunning it back the rest of the way to Earth. Like I'm going through the atmosphere and everything. I didn't want to leave sight of it without seeing it actually go through with the self-destruct. Because I didn't want to get back and be like, we're good, boo, 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 laser barrage. So once I see that it's going through with the self-destruct, I turn the shuttle around and then just boom, straight towards Earth.
Shortly after you do and you begin re-entering atmosphere of Earth, your communication panel does light up with just frantic, frustrated, and intensely angry yelling. What the fuck are you doing? What is going on? What happened? Just constant until you basically bring it down. Return to base immediately. You fly down and arrive to the NA Federation base there in dock, waiting for likely the whooping of a lifetime as you just know that are you going to be able to explain what happened, what went down up there? And you go and head into debriefing, and as you are there being interrogated about the incident by these officers and whatnot, there's a rap on the door, and a individual steps in a lab coat, says, "Sorry, sir, we have a problem." And the officer just looks at you, commander just looks at all you and just furrows his brow and then turns around and heads out. Definitely giving an opportunity for all of you to tag along. You head out and you head into a large control room with computers, and on all the screens is just this flashing kind of face, a pair of like digital eyes and a skull, and you hear that voice from the base there. "Foolish humans." And then you hear
alarms.
You brought it with you, gang.
Followed us.
And that is the end of our adventure
As
today.
the screen starts to go black, you just hear, "Fuck."
Now I'm really fired.
That was a good trick.
Smart AI.
Needed to shut down that one and might have avoided that, but
And I'm gonna spend the rest of the weekend wondering, what did I forget? What did I overlook?
What did I not do?
It'll be fine.
fantastic. Thank you all. Great time. Bounce House, thank you all for being here with us during this adventure. We hope you enjoyed it as well. Before we give away those other the modules that we have here, let's go around and say hello to our fantastic crew once again. So let's go again over to my right there. That old DM, thank you for being here. Say hello.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for letting me join in a Mothership game to help Extra Life. Great job, Todd. Great job, crew. Amazing. I am at that old DM. Actually, appropriately works on Twitter now. And I've been Dr. Zacharias Smythe today.
Fantastic. And anything else to share? Any projects or anything? Anything you got going on?
Yes, so there's this, if anybody has an interest in playing around, I have this project called Endless Caravan about a group of weird individuals trying to make their way across the ultraviolet grasslands. It's been going on in my Discord. It's getting ready to ramp up in September. So if anybody's interested, hit me up on Twitter and I can get you an invite to the Discord. It's could be a round robin hybrid play by post and live session game. Lots of ways to get involved. So if you're interested, hit me up and we'll get you involved.
Awesome. Look, great to have you as always. Yeah. So let's head over to Emma. Thank you for being here, first timer. This was a pleasure. Say hello.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity. I'm relatively new to pretty much all of this. Although I am now on Twitter as at comically Emma. That's my entire brand. I'm just comical. Yeah, I had a blast, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm scared out of my mind. And actually, so I have a brand new desk coming tomorrow, and I'm super excited. Now I have my dual monitor set up. I have a light, which I have to figure out how to make me not look like a ghost. But this Saturday, I'm thinking it's going to be Saturday afternoon because I don't work. I'm going to be doing my first ever stream.
Very nice.
Going to be sort of a combination of watching me get the shit beat out of me in video games, and you might learn some cool nursing shit because I have nursing school starting on Tuesday, and so I'm gonna learn me some stuff on stream. So you might learn some stuff on stream. So check
awesome. Well, keep an eye out for it. Thank you for being here. Great time. Hope to have you back very soon. So awesome. All right, let's go over to Bees. Say hello.
I clicked unmute and then it was like, nah, stay muted. I'm like, God damn it. What is up, everyone? I am Big Bees, your helpful, happy harbinger of hype. I've got, I'm top for a second. I've got, if you enjoyed me, you can catch me on RF Chaos on Saturdays, Saturday nights at 8 p.m. EST with the Unremarkables, where we're doing the Masks, the Next Generation system. I am a Nova called Seismic, who has found out that his powers can control the entire city. Like, it is just it is clay for me to mold, and that is interesting. Nice. We're getting towards the end of this campaign, and it is getting spicy. You can also, if you just enjoy these wonderful this wonderful caramel that is my voice, then you can hear me on campaign Skyjacks. I am playing one of the main characters' dads in the most recent arc, and things are getting interesting there. I am also I'm also guesting in an arc on the Roaring Trainers, Canto in the Jazz Age. So anywhere you get podcasts, go check those out. Those are super amazing shows that I love them to death, and was super excited to be a guest. I am a variety streamer, TTRPG content creator. January 2023, new Pokemon one-shot coming out. Just putting that out there.
Nice.
And I do pixel art. I'm working on a game and all sorts. I do a lot of everything. So definitely follow me anywhere that's not Twitch at biggest_bees, BEAZ. And if it's Twitch, then it's just big_bees. And that is all I can think of right now. Follow me on Twitter. I'll retweet almost everything that I see. And if you want me to be a guest on something or a one-shot, hit me up. I'm down.
Fantastic. Appreciate having you here. Another great Mothership session. So thanks, Bees. And finally, last but not least, Ty, say hello.
Hello, everybody. Dungeon Mr. Ty on Twitter. I am the founder and, founder at Adventure Slaying Productions, which is the creator of Neovarden RPG, which is a D4 system set in our own setting with our own system called the Fortunes D4 system, co-created with my daughter, Erin Dippity Doo. We have a podcast. We have a huge presence online coming up this fall and winter to end the year. Things are pretty busy for us right now, but we are getting very close to bringing it all together so that we can bring Neovarden to the larger world as we continue to develop the system. But if you go over to adventureslaying.com, you can find all the information on that. We will be on a couple of different Twitch channels at the end of the year, as mentioned. And then we have busy next year as well between production and the con circuit and who knows what else. So we'd love to see you there. And thanks, Todd, for having us on for this. Mothership's such a blast.
Absolutely.
A blast.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Great to play with you again, all of you. Thank you so very much. I have been your warden, Todd Moonbounce. I love this system. It's so quick and easy to pick up. So definitely check it out if you haven't yet. Free to do so. With the 1E beta rules that are out there. My brain's a little scrambled right now after session 3 here. I still have one more. That's what I'll mention. I should mention that at least. Beyond that, I don't know. But we have one more session for Extra Life this evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, back here in the Bounce House for some Deadlands, Savage Worlds, another probably other favorite system of mine there. So 4 other great individuals to join me for that as we travel into the Weird West. So please come back if you can to join us for that session. Everybody, thank you so much. Hope to see you again tonight. Thank you for all the support. And again, to all my players, thank you. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.
Bye.